Hello, my sweet and precious 7th graders. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be talking about lesson 13. These are equal group problems. Guys, equal group problems are just division and multiplication problems, okay? So you've just got to look for that language that indicates, hey, I got to divide or multiply these, all right? I often find working out problems with using words first is helpful, and then fill in our numbers. All right, for those of you following along at home, I'm in Saxon 8.7, the second edition. I'm on lesson number 13. Let's talk about some of these examples that are here. Number 1, Willie packed 25 marbles in each box. If he filled 32 boxes, how many marbles did he pack in all? So here's where we can do those words, right? Number of marbles per box times number of boxes. So a group of marbles, and so the number per group, the number of groups equals total. Okay, number per group times number of groups gives us our total. So the looking, and the book says this too, the words in each is a key that it's going to be a grouping problem. Okay. So what we have is number of marbles. He packed 25 marbles per box times 30, I already forgot, 32 boxes equals our total. Okay, so go ahead and do the multiplication on that. I like to do the box method. We have 20 plus 5, 30 plus 2. I get 6 with 2 zeros, 15 with 1 0, 4 with a 0, and 10. This is going to be 190, 200, 600, and 200, 800. So they're going to be 800 total marbles. Guys, if you don't know what I'm doing here with this box method, go back and look at one of the previous lessons where it says multiplication and box method. Also, I did a lot of that adding in my head. If that confused you, slow back down, rewind, and let me know too in class. But 800 total marbles. Guys, with word problems, you should be writing, you need to write a complete sentence to show your answers. So you're gonna say, there were 800 total marbles. Something that tells me you understand the question, okay? So write a complete sentence for your solutions for that, okay? All right. So for number 2, movie tickets sold for $5 each. The total ticket sales were 820. How many tickets were sold? Each is a key indicator here. So per ticket times number of tickets equals total, okay? So if the price per ticket was $5 times the number of tickets sold, I have no idea what that is, so we're gonna say number, and you can write that up here, N equals number of tickets sold equals total, and the total we said was 820. All right, so guys, I know with having our variable in the middle, oh, I should have probably shown that. I know with having our variable in the middle, if I multiply in this direction, I can divide in this direction. It's not going to be as helpful. So let's flip those around, right? The commutative property says that we can make that n times 5 equals 820. Now, we're multiplying in this direction. We can divide in this direction. 820 divided by 5 equals n. So we're going to come over here. We're going to do 820 divided by 5 equals n. So 5 goes into 8 one time. We subtract, and when we subtract, we bring down. 5 goes into 32 6 times. 30 gives us 2, and we bring down. 5 goes into 20 4 times. So 100. So the number 164 tickets. So the number of tickets sold, I would write it as a complete sentence. The number of tickets sold was 164, because we did this guy right here, right? We did that, and that became 164 equals n, right? And we go back up here and we're like, hey, n equals the number of tickets sold. So 164 tickets were sold. All right, let's check the next one. So example number 3, every truck carried the same number of cars. 600 new cars were delivered to the dealer by 40 trucks. How many cars were delivered by each truck? All right, every truck carried the same number of cars. So we've got number of trucks times number of cars on truck. Number of cars per truck, I should say. Number of cars per truck. Cars per truck equals total number of cars. All right, so the number of trucks. 600 new cars were delivered. 600 is our total number. By 40 trucks. All right, times C for the number of cars per truck, okay? All right, so we have that variable again in the middle, so let's flip that around. C times 40 equals 600. Multiply in this direction. We can divide in this direction, so it becomes 600 divided by 40. Notice I wrote the division bar instead of this little thing. The reason being is, guys, you've got those zeros on the end. You can lob those off. Basically, you're dividing by 10 on the top and the bottom. Don't do that with other numbers. You can't do it with 7, 5, 2, none of that. You can only do that with 0. But now I've made your problem a little bit easier. It's 60 divided by 4. 60 divided by 4. Okay, so that means there were, so 4 goes in one time, 4, so 2 and 0. 4 goes into 25 times. 5 times 4 is 20, bam. There were, so we come back over here, equals C. So 60 divided by 4 equals C. C equals 15. Guys, we go back up and look. C equals the number of cars per truck. There were 15 cars per truck. 15 cars per truck. Excellent. All right, guys, we don't need to go through all these examples. So what I'd like you to do is turn to page 70. Oh, I think we did go through all the examples anyway. Turn to page 70. There are 3 practice problems, A, B, and C at the top of the page. Go ahead and pause the video now, attempt those practice problems, and then come on back. All right, Beverly bought 2 dozen juice bars. Guys, here's a hint. 1 dozen equals 12, okay? She bought 2 dozen juice bars for 18 cents each. How much did she pay for all the juice bars? Well, if we have 2 dozen, that's 24 times 18 cents each equals total. All right, so 24 is really 24. 18 is really 0 and 8, 10 and 8, I'm sorry. 200, then we get 40 here, 160 here, 32 here. This gives us 200 right there. There's 200, so that's 432. So 432 cents total. That seems kind of ridiculous to write that, right? Let's do dollars, and dollars just means move it over 2 times. So Beverly paid $4.32 for 2 dozen, what were they? Juice bars. Juice bars. For 2 dozen juice bars. Beautiful. All right, so try B. All right, pause the video, come on back. All right, you guys, I had to pause my video so that I could raise my camera up a little bit. I think this works better. So we're on B now. We've got Johnny planted a total of 375 trees with 25 trees in each row. How many rows of trees did he plant? Again, we're grouping. We've got number of rows times number of trees per row equals total. All right, so he planted 375 trees. That was our total, with 25 trees in each row. So we're gonna say R is the number of rows. All right, we multiply in this direction, we can divide in that direction. So 375 divided by 25 equals R. 375 divided by 25 equals R. Let's do that math. 25 over 375. 25 goes into 375 one time, minus, we get 5, 18. Oh, how about, let's try that again. 12, sorry. and we bring down a 5, because when we subtract, we bring down. How many quarters do we have if we have $1.25? We would have 5 quarters. So 5 times 125 will give us, 5 times 25 will give us 125 with 0. So R equals 15. He planted, and remember R is number of rows. He planted 15 rows. He planted 15 rows. Excellent. All right, so let's move on to C. Every day Arnold did the same number of push-ups. If he did 1,225 push-ups in 1 week, then how many push-ups did he do each day? Number of push-ups per day times number of days equals total. Good. The number of push-ups, so he did 1,225 total. And in 1 week, 1 week is 7 days. So we'll do key for push-ups. So the number of push-ups times 7, so we multiply in this direction, we can divide in that direction. 7 goes into 1,225. 7 goes into 12 one time. That gives me 5, bring down a 2. 7 goes into 52 7 times, gives me 49. 7 goes into 35 5 times. So P equals 175. We go back, he did 175 push-ups per day. Excellent work, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next lesson. Thank you so much, guys.